Welcome back, Wukong Warriors. Today we're diving deep into everything of Chapter 4, from the hidden secrets, spirits, secret areas, and even the optional bosses. So without further ado, let's dive right in. First, we're going to be starting with all the spirit locations in Chapter 4. As with other chapters, these spirits provide unique powers and boosts that can make a huge difference in your gameplay, and we'll go through each of them in order. Our first spirit is the Lantern Holder. This spirit actually is quite missable because it spawns in the yard where you initially fought the second sister boss. It might only appear after you completed the level, but for me it was there after I completed the second sister boss and teleported back. The Lantern Holder's activation effect summons Will of Wisps that chase down their enemies, and when equipped it also moderately increases your will gained. Next up is the Beetle Captain, and you'll find this spirit past the upper hollow shrine. Follow the winding path with insect sats until you see a non-elite Lantern Holder. To the right, you'll spot a small cavern guarded by this spirit. Defeating the Beetle Captain allows you to soar through the air, evading attacks and dive down to strike. Equipping this spirit will boost your maximum stamina, perfect for those extended battles. Now let's talk about the unique Elder Armorworm spirit. This is actually quite hard to get and takes a few steps extra to get this. First, you'll need to find and defeat the Elder Armorworm boss near the Vendora Bridge. Now this is near a temple where you can hear celebration, special day from lanterns and everything, and it would lead to a cutscene with one of the sisters destroying them. She would tell you that there's special treasure in this area, so go in there and collect all the chests. But go to the back and you will find the Elder Armorworm. Once defeated, you will receive an item that you now need to take back to the Painted Realm. Take this back to the Painted Realm and give it to Loong, who you also give seeds to. When you come back, the Proto Armorworm will be to the right. It is hard to spot. I missed it through my first playthrough, and you will see there, and it will say feed if you have rice cocoons. Now rice cocoons are hard to get. They are rare drops from smashing any cocoons in the hollow, but once you've fed it 3 times, go and rest and come back and it will be a blue flame that you can collect, which is the Elder Armorworm spirit. Activating the spirits lets you slam the ground a few times while spraying venom, creating pools that stack poison beam on enemies. Also, while equipped, its effect boosts your critical hit chance when poisoned. So if you're going out for a poison build to poison everyone, this is one to have. Next up is the Scorpion Prince. This you will need to head to the village past the Vendora Bridge Shrine. You'll encounter this elite in the town center, but it can be quite hard because there is other cocoons spawning enemies around it, but once defeated it is worth it. Its activation effects lets you fling your tail, piercing foes and injecting venom into the ground, creating an AoE poison zone that amplifies damage to any enemies within. When equipped, it moderately increases your poison damage as well. Another good one for poison builds. Next up is the Puppet Spider. Found in the lower section of the Vendora Bridge village, destroy the spider sacks to reveal hidden chamber where the elite hides. Watch out for the bridge upstairs because there's a dragonfly guard that can shoot you. This spirit, when activated, claws at enemies with rapid strikes, and when equipped it slows down your might decay when transformed, extending transformations. The next one is a mandatory one, so when you reach the Bone Vault, you'll battle the Centipede Gual. He's very quick and very big, but it doesn't take too much to put him down, and when you get his spirit, your transformation will be to curl your body into a giant ball, colliding with enemies. When equipped, it slightly boosts your movement speed as well, giving you the upper hand in fast-paced battles. The next one is after defeating the mandatory boss Buddha's right hand. After you cross over the Buddha's right hand, head to the bottom of the cliff and take a left across a rope bridge. As you get there, you will see loads of spider sacks and another bridge. It's worth using Cloud Step to cross these because attacking them can make you fall off. Continue along the path till you get to the Fallen Long Shrine. From here, take a left at the shrine and go behind it and take a right, and you will come up to the Puppet Tick. Defeat this Puppet Tick and the spirit's activation summons small spiders that bite enemies, bursting with venom upon their death. Also, the equipped status that it helps is considerably reduces the mana cost of Pluck of Many, so if you're into minion builds, this is perfect. The next spirit is the Zanotian Dragonfly Guai. You will find it after your second Zubaja boss fight in the Purifying Spring area. He will usually let you know he's there by shooting you in the head without you noticing, and once you get to the top of the cliff you will find him to your right. Once equipped, this spirit lets you draw your bow and shoot poison arrows at enemies. However, equipping it increases your ki gained but significantly reduces your maximum health, mana and stamina, so use it wisely. Now, once you have defeated the Scarlet Spider, you will be transported to the Yellow Flower Temple area. As you go through the Yellow Temple area, you will come across a Commander Beetle with loads of training monks around it. This can be a hard boss fight because the monks do get involved, so I would recommend using Cloud Step and Pluck and Many. But once he is defeated, the Spirit's activation effect lets you spin Twin Blades to deliver large AoE damage, and equipping it moderately boosts your poison resistance, valuable assets against poison inflicted foes. The next one is the Snake Sheriff, and this is found just past the temple entrance shrine. As you go in right, there's a big temple with loads of enemies, but head to the back and you will see the Snake Sheriff. This spirit's activation effect unleashes a powerful roar that shakes nearby enemies. While equipped, it also increases your attack, but it comes at the cost of significantly reducing defense, so keep that in mind. The next spirit is the Fungal Woman Elite. From the temple entrance shrine, follow the path to the left and follow the path down till you find a tunnel on the right. Follow the path from the tunnel all the way to the right, ignoring the cave on the left, and you'll come to a hut with some ordinary mushrooms outside, or so you think. Picking up one will set up the Fungal Woman Elite boss battle. She can be kinda hard and she will fire poison, so be quick on your dodges. Once defeated, this spirit drifts through the air, releasing spores that rain down on enemies and heal you upon return. Equipping it also considerably boosts your health but moderately reduces your stamina. This is another spirit that you have to think of before equipping it. Are the pros worth the cons? The next spirit is the Verdant Glow Spirit. Now this is found in the secret area of Purple Cloud Mountain. We will get on to next how to find the secret area, but for now we'll just tell you where the spirit is. You will find this by the Valley of the Blooms Shrine, and you will find this shrine on the main path next to a bridge. Once you cross the bridge, take a right and you will see the tree enemy with the Verdant Glow Spirit. This spirit, when activated, transforms you into a tree that continuously heals by absorbing nature's essence. This has an enhanced healing effect when standing in water. The status effect that you get for equipping this is that you gradually recover a small amount of health over time. And the final spirit of Chapter 4 is the Snake Herbalist. This is also located in Purple Cloud Mountain. You can find this at Petalfall Hamlet Shrine, which you will find on the main path as well. Once you're there, head back away from the bridge and turn to your right and you will find the Snake Herbalist. Once you have defeated this spirit's activation, smashes a herb basket to create poisonous pools that inflict poison bane on enemies. When equipped to the status, you'll have recover a small amount of health each time you take medicine, making it invaluable in prolonged fights. Now that's all the spirits, and let's tell you how to find the Purple Cloud Mountain secret area. The secret zone is packed with challenging enemies and some of the best loot in the game, so here's how to access it. After defeating the second sister in the Estate of Zoo, drop down into a hole leading to the Upper Hollow. From here, climb the slope towards the Upper Hollow Shrine. Once you've got to this, go to the right and follow the torches. Follow it up the stairs and through the winding route that leads to a small drop. Once you've dropped down, you'll find a large rock and egg sacs. These egg sacs will open with some enemies, so be careful. Stick to the right of the big rock and you will find a path to the left that you are able to drop down to twice. Follow the path lined with white sacks, but be careful, these sacks come alive with big scythes thrashing about that will ambush you as you pass. Fight through the enemies and continue until you reach a giant mass of webbing. Head left and keep moving through a series of rooms until you reach a set of stairs leading up with a scorpion enemy. At the top of the stairs you'll find the pool of Shattered Jade Keeper Shrine. Continue right along the spider sack line path, remembering to watch out for the ambushing enemies, and you'll encounter the old cocoon. Destroy it to reveal the Venom Deist. In this encounter, you can receive a Venomous Arm God if you break 4 of his arms off. To do this, you have to attack him from his back, so it's good to use immobilization and just attack him from the back. The only ones left should be his normal arms and the one on each shoulder. I used a weak staff to get this done because the first time I killed him too quickly, so I had to do this in New Game Plus. After the battle, he'll flee, taunting you about settling the score later, and we will come across him later. Continue through chapter 4 until you reach the Temple of Yellow Flowers. Now this is where we found the fungi woman elite, but instead of going right to the hut, go left into a cave, and here you will find the Venom Deist ready for a rematch. In this fight, you'll start off fighting him, and he'll be doing the same moves again till his 2 other arms break off. His health will reset and he will become faster, slower to recover. Defeat him and he'll reference to find the golden needle in Purple Cloud Mountain. Our wall will show the way. Interact with this wall to enter the secret area. Once inside Purple Cloud Mountain, you'll face several optional bosses. The first is the Scorpion Lord. He can be found perched on a hut rooftop near the Bound of Deity's abode shrine. You will find this shrine by going back to the Bloom shrine that we said by the bridge, and once across the bridge, take a right and keep following it and you will find the Scorpion Lord. To start the fight, break the jars near him and he'll get ready for the fight. This is a tough battle, so be ready for this. He's extremely powerful and you'll need quick reflexes to beat him. But once defeated, you'll earn the Stained Jade Gold, Die Piercing Horn and Death Stinger. These last 2 can upgrade your weapons. Don't forget to enter his house afterwards to loot a golden chest containing Loong aura amplification pellets. Next up is Deist Me, located near the Petalful Hamlet's Keeper Shrine that we explained before. After speaking with him, you'll need to retrieve the Violet Ale from nearby Yellow Road enemies. It's not hard to find, they're around the village, you just destroy them and then one of them will give you it. Once you've secured the item, return it to Deist Me. Cutscene will play and then you'll engage him in a battle. He's not too hard and defeating him rewards you with the Violet Ale transformation spell, a unique poison infused form that adds self-wounding and self-healing mechanics to your combat abilities. It has a unique talent of Filthy Malice, where each talent level significantly increases poison damage up to 6 ranks when equipped. The abilities for this transformation are Slash for light attack. Heavy attack is Self-Torment, where you wound yourself to imbue your blade with up to 4 larvae. Each light attack after this infects an enemy with the larvae, and then it has 2 spells, and they are Hive Mind, where you command all larvae to explode that you've been putting into the enemies to deal instant damage. You then can absorb part of the hatch swarm to recover lost health, and then it has a second spell which is Detonation, where you de-transformation command and causes all larvae to explode at once. Finally, the main boss of Purple Cloud Mountain, Duskvale. This massive bird-like creature is the area's final boss, and it has 2 distinct phases. In the first phase, it doesn't pose much of a threat, but you should conserve your spells for the second half. Focus on quick hits to its legs while dodging its ground stomps. Once its health is depleted, it transforms into a much more aggressive form, launching knife attacks and red mist that can cause persistent damage. Stay on the move, circle the edge of the arena and use your best spells to bring it down. Once defeated, Duskvale will reward you with the Weaver's Needle, the Duskvale Horn and double-combed Rooster Blood, each a valuable asset for your continued journey. But the most valuable is the Weaver's Needle. This is a vessel, and when equipped, this vessel gives you increased critical hit chance and damage. It can be activated to conjure a needle that will track the enemy's movements. Activating this vessel will consume all your ki, but while activated during the 100-eyed Deist Master, the final boss of the chapter, the boss will be stunned and taken out of its second lightning phase if used at the correct time. Chapter 4 also includes some optional bosses that you won't want to miss. First is the next frog boss, Ba Li Ga Bao, the fourth one of these bosses. To find this, after defeating Buddha's right hand, head down the cliff and turn right. You will get a cutscene making sure that you're going the right way. Afterwards, continue and you'll enter a cave with loads of beetle enemies. Once you're past this, you will enter a hallway with cocoon sacks and a dragonfly gal on a bridge. Watch out for the enemies here that are hiding to ambush you, and once you've defeated them, there is a gap on the wall to the right. Follow the path round up to the bridge and defeat that dragonfly gal. Follow on and you will drop down into a pond with Ali Garbao. I'm sure they name these frogs like this for YouTubers like me to struggle to say. Bali Galbao is as agile as its counterpart, but this one wields poison. Also avoid using lightning transformations because this has resistance to him. Once you have defeated him, he will drop another tadpole so you can upgrade the frog spirit, Buddha's left hand and refined iron sand. Now Buddha's left hand pairs with Buddha's right hand, surprise surprise, from the earlier mandatory boss fight and can be used to buy the immortal blessing gourd from the Shrine Monkey either in the painted realm, which we unlocked in chapter 3, or if he's still in chapter 1, from there. Now let's tackle the long optional boss of chapter 4, and he is the last main long boss of the game, Yellow Long. You have to make sure that you've defeated the red, black and cyan Long in previous chapters, and then you need to head to the relief of the fallen Long. This we described earlier where to find. This time take the path to the right to meet Yellow Long. To defeat Yellow Long, I use the red tides transformation to continuously do fire damage and the Weaver's Needle vessel that we've just described how to get. Yellow Long has a few distinct attack patterns he can perform. First phase is learning these moves and dodging them. Once you take off a good chunk of his health, the second phase will start and things get extremely dangerous from here. He will begin when he stops fighting to charge up and release a blast of electricity around him. After he does this, he'll immediately fly up and will slash at you imbued by electricity. This is incredibly quick and hard to dodge. I use the Cloud Step to avoid these attacks and use the Weaver's Needles vessel to continue the attack while he flew around. As soon as he was on the last attack, I used Pluck of Many to build up focus and get some devastating heavy hits on him to defeat him. Once defeated him, a cutscene will play and he will also leave his weapon behind, which once collected will unlock Golden Lightning spell transformation. This transformation is extremely powerful and I like to use it a lot. The first light attacks it has is called Lightning Dance, where you slash foes repeatedly. The next one is Heavy Attack, Fatal Shadow, where you charge your attack and execute a fatal strike upon release. Now this is the counter called See Through. Follow a light attack with a heavy attack to see through an enemy's move and counter. This will build up one focus point. Now that you have at least one focus point, you can use the heavy attack Death Trilogy. This will perform a heavy attack that causes you to jump into the air, infusing your spear with thunder before crashing down on an enemy. This move can be repeated up to 3 times if you have 3 more focus points. To unlock the last hidden boss, you'll need to collect the 4 purple talismans found across the Web Hallow and the Temple of the Yellow Flowers. The first talisman is located after receiving the Scorpion Prince spirit and following the bridges across. Cutscene will happen with one of the sisters and then you can pick up the first talisman. The second talisman can be found just to the right of the cliff of the Oblivion Keeper's Shrine, right before the Buddha's right hand fight. The third is near the Fallen Long Keeper's Shrine, which we just explained how to get to. Go behind the shrine and keep left heading up the slope and you will find the shrine up here. Finally, the last talisman is in the Court of Illumination before the big bad fight with the 100-eyed Deus. When you go into this area, there's a shout of "Stop!" and once you collected it, it will trigger a cutscene summoning the Supreme Inspector boss. Battle with the Supreme Inspector boss and the Crane Immortal will intervene, ending the fight. Now he will say about turning a girl into a golden pill. I don't know what this means, but if you do, leave it in the comments. Now let's not forget about the Skanda in this area. When you've finished the second Zubaja boss fight, follow the main path, and when you are in the water, the purifying springs. Head to the end of the water to see our old friend the baboon on a Buddha's head again. He will get spooked and disappear again. Collect from the Buddha's head the Skada of choice. You should now have all 4, collected them from the previous videos, and this will unlock the secret in chapter 6, which we will explain in the up and coming video of chapter 6. Additionally, we can find and free our old friend the Horse Guy NPC in this chapter if you have talked to him in every previous chapter. From the Webbed Hallow, Middle Hallow, Keeper's Shrine, drop down from the ledge and continue straight until you reach the Centipede Guy arena that we talked about earlier. Beat this boss, then follow the torch marks path at the back of the arena and you'll soon spot a giant cocoon, and it will be making some weird noises. Strike it several times to free the Horse Guy, triggering a cutscene. Make sure to speak to him and exhaust all dialogue options, and his story will continue in the next chapter. Lastly, let's go through the last collectible, which is the meditation spots in chapter 4. As previously stated, the first time that you use these meditation spots, you will be given a spark to enhance your abilities, so make sure not to miss any of these. First one is on the path to the Venom Deist at the Pool of Shattered Jade. The second meditation spot is through the crack that we went through to get the optional boss fight Barlingar Bell, and as you go through the crack it is on the right. The third meditation spot is in the Forest of Ferocity. This is the second shrine in the Temple of the Yellow Flowers area. When looking at the shrine, head all the way to the leftmost point of the cliffs and you will see it overhanging the gorge. The fourth meditation spot is from the third shrine in the Yellow Flowers temple area, and you head right from the temple entrance and then left again. Surrounded by enemies, you will find the meditation spot. The final meditation spot is located at the top of Purple Cloud Mountain. You can find this by Petalfall Shrine. Head back away from the bridge and take a right and head your way up the mountain. When at the top, you will find a bridge, cross it, and you will find the last meditation spot on the right. And there you have it, everyone. All the secret spirit locations, hidden bosses and collectibles in chapter 4 of Black Myth Wukong. If I have missed anything, pull it down in the comments. If you like this for the next chapter, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.